Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cara. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is really exciting because I'm going to transform a few of my old clothes into new ones. I'm so bored by all the stuff in my closet. I wish I could go to thrift stores right now and look for cool vintage stuff, but obviously that's just not possible at the moment. Plus, I really love upcycling and sewing, and it's a sustainable way to give your old clothes a new life. So I hope this video also inspires some of you to maybe overthink whether you really need to buy new clothes all the time, or if you are maybe able to transform your old clothes into something new that you would actually like to wear again. I don't want to make this too complicated. I'm not a professional when it comes to sewing either, so we will try to make it simple but still really cool. The goal is a full new outfit at the end. So let's start by me showing you the old clothes I have, because one thing that's important to me is I'm not going to use any new fabric. I'm not going to buy any fabric. I'm just using what I have at home. I'm mixing old t-shirts, old jeans, and I hope it works out. This will probably be the shape of my new shirt. I already cut the turtleneck off. It's right here, and I'm using this because it's the correct fit. It's a very fitted shirt. It has the perfect length. I don't want it to be too short. I want to be able to wear it in spring or autumn as well, and not only in summer, so I'm not going to crop it too much. My idea was a bit of a patchwork look, so I got another old shirt from my aunt. She gave this to me years ago, but it was always a little bit too small, so I never really got around to wear it. And then there's this shirt I bought in a thrift store in San Francisco, and I think it's a really cool design, but I'm not really wearing it a lot because of the shape the shirt has. And I'm going to make a new shirt out of that. Let's start the sewing machine. Before we start sewing, we obviously need to start cutting the fabric. I actually ended up using a different shirt than the shirts I just showed you because they were a bit too bold and didn't really match the idea I had in mind. The shirt I used instead followed a weird cutout trend and was probably last seen in 2016, and I didn't want to wear that anymore, but the fabric was still really nice, so I made sure the sleeve fit around my arm properly and was about the same size as the other sleeve. During the whole project I never really took any proper measurements. It was all done by visual estimate, but it worked quite well, especially for that patchwork trend. Nothing really has to be perfect. So as you can see, I just replaced certain parts of the shirt with new fabric, starting with the front of one sleeve and then basically the area around the stomach. And then it's really just pinning and sewing it all together. For the shirt, I made sure that the seams were inside. That was different for the pants later, but I liked the clean look on the shirt. And as you can see, I actually did make the shirt a little bit shorter, but it's still not really a cropped shirt. For the other sleeve, I just decided to replace the lower half and sew it together as well. And before I continue, I always cut the spare fabric and thread. After trying on the shirt, I noticed it wasn't as tight as I thought it would be, so I made it a bit more fitted. And for the neck area, I just made sure to neaten the fabric, and because it was a very elastic fabric, it created this cute look in the end. The next thing I want to transform is this hoodie. It's a hoodie from my school. I really like wearing this, but I don't want to show off the logo of my former school all the time, especially when I wear it in videos. So I found an old picture on my phone and I want to print that picture and put it on the hoodie. I never know which side of the paper the print will be on, so I made a little test, and then this is the actual print on the transfer ribbon. It's a picture I took in Byron Bay, Australia, I think. I'm not 100% sure anymore. And I cut the white edges off because I wanted a clean look, but you can keep them if you want to. and then you just iron it onto your hoodie or clothes or whatever you want to use. It was really easy. It takes 30 seconds for each part, so like about a minute for the whole picture. And make sure you don't do it for too long. There's a little stain on the sky now because I did it for a little too long. But it's alright. It looks like it's part of the picture. Last but not least, I'm going to do new jeans, or at least pants. And I have these jeans, and I have these jeans, and I also have jeans fabric from my flatmate and from my dad. So I'll be able to cut out parts and also do some kind of patchwork style. I started off by using these old high-waisted shorts, and I wanted the leg to be wider, so I used this triangle shape, which made the waist still tight but the legs wide, which was really cool and what I had in mind. And then I basically did the same thing I did with the shirt, but instead of replacing fabric, I just added fabric to the shorts to make long pants. And this time the seams are outside and visible. I also whipped the bottom of both legs to make sure the fabric won't rip in parts where I don't want it to rip. And to finish everything up, I made a little add-on to the back pocket. I still had some light jean fabric, and I thought it would look cute to add this to my bottom. And I used glue because it was way too hard to sew it onto the pocket. That's actually a good alternative for everybody that does not have a sewing machine at home. You can purchase glue that's specifically for fabric and it works just fine. In the end, I just ironed certain parts to make everything stay in its place. It's a wrap! I know it's only been a few minutes for you, but for me it's been a few days. Basically sitting in front of the sewing machine non-stop. My concept of time is just gone. But you know what? It all doesn't matter because I'm really happy. I made my own clothes. I'm wearing the hoodie right now. And I know you're just waiting for the reveal. So I'm going to show you that right now. Now that you've seen everything, I can zoom out a little bit and you can enjoy the view of the hoodie again. I think it's just so cool that I just made it into something that I want to wear again. As you saw in the clip before, I also added this cute little rain hat. It was just sitting at my parents' house since my childhood. I haven't seen it in years, but it reminded me so much of the bucket hat trend, so I thought it would be a cool add-on to the outfit. Although I love all the clothes I made and I'm really proud of everything, I have to be honest with you, it was definitely not easy. I had a few almost breakdowns because the sewing machine wasn't working, or I cut off too much fabric and then didn't have enough scraps to use. And the hardest thing was definitely just starting, because I was so afraid I would start into a wrong direction and make it look all, yeah, I don't know, self-made. And it looks self-made, but it looks self-made in a good way, if you know what I mean. The most important thing is that I'm comfortable to actually wear it, and the fit is also really comfortable. So overall, I'm really happy. I would love to know what you think, and maybe it inspired you to try changing something about your own clothes. I mean, this is something everybody can easily do, and I know obviously not everybody has a sewing machine at home. I know that's not something very common to have, but as I mentioned earlier, you could also use glue to make patchwork pants. For example, there are many other options. If you're interested in sewing or learning about how to make your own clothes in general, like have a proper tutorial, just check out the several videos that are on YouTube. As I said, my techniques when it comes to sewing are maybe not the ones you should copy. Please let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I definitely have a few more clothes in my closet that could use a little makeover. The last thing I'm interested in, did you ever upcycle anything or did a makeover to your own style basically? If you did, what did you do, and was it a good change or a flop? That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. This was definitely one of the most time-consuming videos I ever did, so I'm even more thankful you watched it all the way to the end. I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of the day. See you next time. Bye!